I will wait for y'all to get in. I'm still getting ready anyway. Hopefully you can hear me. Mic check 1 2. Oh my God, this guy made a song called "Lord of the Blood Moon." Oh my God, it's a spooky song.
Before the blood moon.
It's by the Haunted Hollow Orchestra, y'all. What is that? Oh my God.
Shadows crawl where the daylight dies. Ancient hunger behind these eyes. Castle breathes in the midnight air. Say a prayer. No one's there. Cold
Ooh,
stone walls
that
and
is
a crimson
that is the very
sky.
opposite of my song. That is the very opposite of my song.
Seven gate gone. Seven doors. No turning back. One gate gone. Still I one gate gone. Still I walk. Take away the things I own. Still I walk alone. One gate gone. Still I walk. At the first gate, crown came down. Gold no longer on my brow. The second earring's gone. Still the road kept pulling on. Keeper said these are the laws. No debate and no applause. Queen of heaven, queen above. Walking downward without love. One gate gone. Still I walk. One gate gone. Still I walk. Take away the things I own. Still I walk alone. Third gate took the beads I wore. Fourth removed the breastplate more. Sacred jewels left behind. Nothing outward left to find. Keeper said question no more. Such is custom at each door. Still I heard the darkness call. Still I answered through it all. One day gone. Still I walk. One day gone. Still I walk.
It's like it was before. I said I get more people off a ceiling fan. Y'all ever watch this show? It's called Special Unit or something like that. Special something. It's on Tubi, and it's got Titus, Christopher Titus in it. It is some funny stuff, y'all. But it's about disabled people who join the LAPD. And he was like, I do not have time to spend 3 hours explaining ceiling fan. See, I can say that because I'm among the demographic. It's a good movie though, y'all. So, um, the reason why this is titled Homelessness and the Sumerian Tablets is because, you know, who can stay on topic? So this is what's going to be covered. Probably because I just had some things to say about that. But regardless, yeah, I've had to start this about 4 times now, and I'm not really sure remembering exactly how I wanted to start it off because it's so much information. So bear with me, or yeah. So, oh yeah, I was gonna show my Spotify page because people are having trouble finding it. I had a couple people try to hit me up about what's going on with it, so I'll get to that eventually. Um, with my music in the background. So, we are glamping right now, and just doing it the best way we can. So, and oh, that's what we wanted to say. There has been a loss in the Nation of Islam. Sister Khadija Muhammad has passed, I believe. It's what I saw on my timeline. So we are giving our proper condolences and love to the Nation of Islam family. So with that being said, we do want to move on to the Anunnaki tablets, y'all. So I have studied a lot of things, and wow, this Max 13 is all we're gonna do. So I've studied a lot of things. So in the Anunnaki tablets, you come to. Don't worry, I'll be on camera soon, but I'm not coming up right now. This ceiling fan is just killing the game up in YouTube. I never get 13 people, and 13 is such a relevant number, isn't it? So they say we have a base 10 system, but you know a lot of our alphabet stuff is about the number 13, and all of our spelling is about the number 13. So we might have a base 10 system, but the wickedry is about the number 13, I think. So I guess I can be a little bit more quiet because I have been having to yell because I've been using my phone the regular way. Thanks. You know, I feel like the people who've been giving me thumbs up, and thank you for that, by the way, are people who know what's happening right now without me having to explain this full circumstance. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, the Anunnaki tablets. So the last one that I was reading about had to do with I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second here. So I can let the music play. Let the music play. So that lady is coming out. That Maria Govina Hill on YouTube and Facebook. She's coming out saying that they're trading water on the NASDAQ. Here's what I don't understand. Why wasn't water already on them? Like, if we got oil and electric, why wasn't water already on there? So maybe the fact that they're trading it changes the game where they'll be fucking with the price more. So water, y'all know water is super duper important, especially with most of the. We gonna get our ass some water that keep fucking around. Y'all know the firmament is what, right? The firmament is frozen water allegedly. So yeah, but that's what I'm saying about these tablets. When you get into the tablets, you start to see that there's a connection between the supreme wisdom and the Igigi, because there's a question in the book that says, so some people are the father of civilization and the gods of the universe. So you should go to your, you can look up this information. It might be publicly available at this time. Give me a second, so I got a DJ and all of this. I gotta get y'all together so I can think clear. All right. So there's a connection between the civilization builders spoken of in the supreme wisdom and the Igigi, okay? And that connection is something that I don't know if it's distracting individual is. Give me a second. All right. So that we're gonna have to open up this a different way. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get everything set up so I can really vibe with y'all. Um, the Igigi are who built the planet. We're talking about and that's the thing. The Sumerian tablets aren't directly addressing if anybody was here before, because we got to remember, first of all, there's the Sumerian post-it notes. They're not Sumerian tablets. Some of these things, they're holding them up and they're literally doing this and like holding them in their palm. So why would, that's not really a tablet. That's a Sumerian notepad. Okay? We are not getting tablets. These are not entire, you know, give me, I'm still working on stuff, y'all here. But these are not like entire, uh, foot and mile expanding tablets. Like when you hear about the emerald tablets of those, you think of something that he is carrying in his arms, but is it something else? And we're talking about something written on clay, okay? So I am fully, I think that's all they had, because perhaps a technology had existed, and then a catastrophe, they're calling them cataclysms, okay? I can't say it. A cataclysm occurred, okay? So if a cataclysm occurred, it's not natural. These aren't natural events. And I think the studies, why is it still, hold on. So I think that the information, oh shoot, I might have lost my topic. A cataclysm occurred. These aren't natural events because there's a God that is orchestrating the event. But what got me was um, the fact that the God that orchestrates the event, A, doesn't care enough about us that, or not us, these Agigi. Sure, not us. No, not us at all. Anyway, doesn't care enough about them, and his only resolution. See, I want you to understand the primitive mind of allegedly an Agigi. I mean, a Sumerian. Like a Sumerian, and what they were referring to as gods. Why? Because they could come to a planet and steal the gold. Why? Why were they? There's a lot of stories about how African Americans were, or like an original man was taken from his place and to help labor in another place, and was promised gold for their labor, and has never received such gold. I've heard this story before. Any of you heard this story before? So but you're supposed to be a guide. But when the workers complain, see, I want you to think about the mindset of people that exist nowadays, and the different things that some of the like the Indian cultures call them, like when you have a certain station in life and that's the only fucking thing you're supposed to do. So you you so fucking smart, right? See, either Key was irritating the shit out of his, I guess it's his brother or something, but Give me, I'm still bringing up some stuff, y'all. Look, I ain't got to the one part I was trying to do. All right, we going back to me. I don't even know, I kind of don't like it when everybody else shit come up. Can I be honest? I don't care. I don't care about anybody's music but my own. I really don't. I don't listen to the radio. I can't stand the fucking radio. The radio is the reason why I started making music because I couldn't hear anything on the music on the radio I even liked anymore. Everything on the radio. I'll tell you when shit got fucked up for me. Gas pedal. Okay, I moved out to the West Coast and they was playing gas pedal when I got there. When I got there and got to the point where I got into a car, because my life is different. I be on a bicycle listening to my own mixes like always. This has been since computers came out. I think maybe before that. I done had so much music. Like niggas, trust me, I can't even explain to you. I had some Nicki Minaj shit from one of them, you know, downloads back in the day. I had some Nicki Minaj shit I felt like could not have possibly had already been released. Because how did I miss it all? I'm serious. And somebody stole the entire hard drive. Okay? Seriously. People just steal the fucking hard drive. Why? Because I know how to take the bitches out. So I be rolling. You gotta have a hard drive. If you anyway, we gonna get back to Sumerian tablets eventually. But I went out there and gas pedal was on, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I thought something was wrong with Arizona because they was listening to gas pedal. I'm like, "This is not a good song." See, this is why I'm Diddy sensitive. And I'm sorry to keep using his name, but he chose this. I could even past the court case. Let's say if all the other shit wasn't true, you still fucked over artists. Okay, you fucked over artists and you misused your power. Okay, like a whole bunch of motherfuckers I know. You misused your power. You chose to be this way, even if somebody threatened your life, even if your mama begged you to do it and go along with it. Oh, see, okay. I'm sorry. Let me calm down. All right, I'm sorry. I can't go there about some Diddy. Not right now. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna open this up by apologizing to this lady, y'all. It's this lady that worked at this fast food restaurant, and that's why I was calling this homelessness and the Sumerian tablets because I felt like I wanted to apologize to this lady. Like some during COVID, I was placed in a particular situation and I was homeless, okay? But these is not homeless situations where I'm like, I'm not a meth head. This shit really be happening because I miss rent and or and it don't be like forever. It would just be like I just need 2 weeks, and this motherfucker be like no, and you got a disability, so I don't want you to rent here. Said Green. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I can't. You can't fight homelessness being homeless. It doesn't work. And once people are against you, like entire organizations, then you can't navigate life, at least in that region, well. So as long as I'm here, I'm probably gonna be in situations like this because I got an entire legal organization and they cousin that is like, what? We're not helping you. We're not helping you. That's just how it is. This is why I'm keep being in the situation. Seriously. And it's because I'm trying to stand up for my rights because I have no idea why you think it's legal for you to discriminate against people in housing and then like really go all the way through with it in courts and everything. We can't get the shit addressed. We can't get a lawyer that got the fucking gonads to fucking stand up for the case. Everybody's got their tail between their legs. Like the entire Congress during the Obama administration. Y'all remember that shit? When the niggas didn't want to do shit, nobody wanted to do anything. It was like, now when I look back on it, I'm like, did Epstein had them bitches then? I think, of course, this nigga been handling shit as long as I've been alive. He really has. So, yeah, he had him by the balls then. That's why Cory Booker can't really talk. So he got to talk for 3 days straight. This nigga was sweating his ass off. I'm familiar, buddy. I'm familiar. Anyway, so I digress. The lady, so I have been the reason why I went into COVID was, or that thing we went through in 2019. I keep like I won't let my I don't have the ability to allow my own self worth to be around people who I know don't like me. I can't do it. And this is I'm so sensitive to it that it's down to the sighs. Once we start sighing, I can't do it. I can't do it. And it's by proxy thereby, that means my housing situation and my accommodative needs have to include things that would help me live peacefully. Like everybody's peaceful enjoyment at their home is different. So you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to bother you with my noise because I'm gonna make noise. I'm a DJ. And maybe that's why I'm so sensitive to other people's noise. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, check it. This is why it's called homelessness and the Sumerian tablets. Because a long time ago, I realized. Hopefully, I'll get back to that woman at White Castles. A long time ago, I realized that Superman is homeless because we ain't never see that nigga in the house. He had a place over there in the ice where his parents came from. This nigga had a telephone booth. He would show up at Lowe's Lanes and hopefully crash on her couch sometime. He didn't need much sleep and he was homeless. Superman was fucking homeless. He didn't have a house. Where's Superman's house? This nigga just flew around and it's so many problems. He had to just Superman was homeless. I don't even know why I got on that again. Oh man. Oh, I forget why, y'all. Hopefully it'll come back. Back to the lady at White Cat at the place where I was eating. Because this is okay. So I remember I had to stay at a shelter that night, and I had walked up to this gas station slash McDonald's, right? And I guess my face wasn't all together because I was so hurt the night before. I probably cried myself to sleep because that was the first time in this place where they don't like me to have legal representation that I had to stay at a shelter. And plenty of people had places, when people got a way to help you, but clearly just don't want to help you, that's when it hurt the most. Like they can, don't get me started. I'm gonna try to hold it in. So that's when it hurt the most. It's like, nigga, you got a broom and you don't want to help me sweep this fucking yard. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. You just go sit here and let me suffer like that. That's really fucked up. That kind of suffering is Christ-like. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? But that's my personal opinion. So, oh, sorry, y'all. Hold on. Because it just started playing regular music. I ain't even know. My bad, YouTube. I didn't know that was happening because I was into my story. But, so I just, and you're around people's stuff, and I am a germaphobe. So I'm pretty sure I just cocooned and ran the fuck up out of there that day. Oh my God. Because the whole experience is much like prison. They prisons. Like these shelters are prisons. Down here, like I didn't experience this in Arizona, but down here, they got a whole metal detector and a revolving door at the fucking shelter. You're like, bitch, is how I'm gonna get out? If we can't get in, we can't get out. How in the fuck? This place is crazy. And that's why they the fucking Anunnaki. The bitches running this code in this motherfucker are the fucking Anunnaki. I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care. Only somebody think about our suffering throughout time. Okay? Think about our suffering throughout time. The people who run this construct that we live in are the fucking Anunnaki. Because when you start getting into that story, it parallels the suffering of the people who suffer. And what I've come to realize is that it isn't just skin color, but it is mostly us. And then you got a book over here called the Supreme Wisdom that says the original man is the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, the father of a civilization. Now, that's the point right there where you have to say, whoa. And then you read about these tablets. And the Igigi were the establishers of civilization on Earth. They were the civil. So when you're building things, you are it's the civil code. It's what allows a society to run. The civil, and the civil is also the Masonic. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I think everything's been corrupted because see this Inky bitch ass nigga. I'm sorry, not Inky. Enlil bitch ass nigga. I wish they changed her name. The Enlil bitch ass nigga hate us, the Igigi, or the original, or I don't really know if they're one and the same or not. But he don't like our ass. He wanted us only to get the gold out the earth so he could go save his planet or do whatever. And I don't know. I think that bitch ass nigga got stuck down here and he didn't like the fact that he couldn't go back where the fuck he was. Okay? Wherever he was from. Because what I don't understand is, first the stories say that he came down here, they came down here to get gold because wherever they was from, they had exhausted their resources. And then I want you to go read something called the fucking Aquarius, the book of Aquarius. Okay? The book of Aquarius, you know, I love it when I hear my song, and my song is my motherfucking favorite song. I said I had to start making music because the shit on the radio was booty. I don't know what the fuck Arizona was doing before I came out, when I came out there. I was like, what the fuck are they? It was like standing in the middle between somewhere in fucking Milwaukee and a beach. Like that's what the music was like. Anyway, so yeah, he don't like us. Whatever it is, this God, and that's the problem. See, I don't understand how gods are like, first of all, whatever this is that's getting your gold, it understands enough. We're gonna call it it. It understands because they don't want to even humanize whoever the Igigi was. Because if they or humanize her, I can't even say humanize. They don't have respect for nobody. And this is after they destroy the feminine goddess, okay? Which, like I said, Sister Khadijah passed. Y'all know? Did y'all peep something about Clydesdale? Clydesdale came. It was Father's Day last weekend. All this happened last weekend. On Friday, it was 70. Y'all know that thing about 72 virgins? Last Friday, they found 71 young girls of a particular religion, allegedly. Okay, this is what the story said. I don't even want to say because I know YouTube be all, she said pimple stack. We some goddamn babies. You can't tell me that this is not an Anunnaki construct. The weekend started with them children being found from under the same sewers in the same area that there was some other tunnels or some shit under her place. Then we have Father's Day and then Clyde fast. And I said, all that together, I don't like all that together. All that together is weird. They destroy the feminine goddess and they all want to take over. So Ann, or whatever his name is, he at the top, but they don't even talk about Inanna. And then it's Enlil gets the God of the earth. And now this is the problem I'm having is he God of the earth. And then there's a God of the heavens, okay? And then there's a God of the fresh waters or the underworld or something. And I guess that's in key. But the problem is the God of the heavens allowed to intervene in what happens in the realm of the earth? Is this why we're not getting any help? Is this why the Igigi nobody would come and help the Igigi? You telling me these people about I presume that whatever Enlil allegedly did, because I feel like I can't even talk about the history as it's being taught, as it's being written openly on YouTube in my own opinionated manner, because this construct is being ran by who I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying? So Enlil, um, allegedly, hold on, I gotta remember what I'm saying, because I be getting whenever I get excited, the point can easily slip. So Enlil, um, allegedly, mm, the story is just I had a great point, but I might have to review this to ever get back to it. But yeah, y'all, this is just the way we're living is very, very. I mean, just the mere fact that I think the knowledge and wisdom got passed down. See, that's what it was. He decided to cause a cataclysm. That was the flood. When now first the Igigi rose up, and then they sacrificed. See, all that sacrifice shit. This nigga, I don't understand why they're killing gods. This is the problem. This is the thing. This is where I think AI came from. The sacrifice. Okay, the AI came from the sacrifice God. I really think that. Because you have to do your own research because I can't make what's relevant for me relevant for you. Okay, I don't know who this is either. Hold on, y'all. Forgive me, YouTube. I don't push buttons fast. I don't even know what somebody else's shit is playing because I don't play other people's shit. All right, so all right, so he causes this cataclysm because okay, the Igigi go complain. They surround his ass while he sleep. Okay, and complain about the work. He said, okay, why don't I just kill y'all though? Who that sound like? Who do it sound like? Y'all know who it sound like. Just go click on, open up your Google right now and look at it and see if it don't look just like the Enlil. But that kind of decision, that Enlil type of decision making. Let's not show compassion. Let's not find out a better way. Let's just destroy them. Oh my God. I don't understand the God of gods that allowed it to be this way. Well, how did the Igigi get here? Because you destroyed the feminine. Somebody didn't stand up for the feminine. This is how this happened. Somebody didn't stand up for the feminine. The feminine wasn't there by herself if the masculine overtook her. And it was his job to protect her, and instead he killed her. He, you feel what I'm saying? In the historical or the proposed story or the verse, this is what I'm deriving from it. He took her out. So that's how you got the heavens, the earth, and the underworld. So they decide to create. I have had so many questions. So they decide to create a, well, not create. They somehow the Igigi get here. This is what's not addressed. How the Igigi got here. So they decide, they have them come as workers, whoever sent them here. I would assume it had to been the God of gods, but the God of gods couldn't hear their cry, and that's why I'm like, is the God of heaven in charge of what happens in heaven only? I mean, in heaven only. Can he not interfere on what happens on earth at all? And then who is the God of gods that would let that be? I'll be like, bitch, touch not my anointed. Who's saying this? Who's saying touch not my anointed? Which God of what part? Because I think we got some problems. I was gonna make a video the other day that said, um, God help us all, because I don't think God know how to help us. I don't think he know how. I think that's them right now trying to bust through this firmament thing that they made to see, and that's the other thing that's addressed in the tablets. Allegedly, the firmament was made as a like a not like a filtration almost, to keep something almost sterile. And I guess that would be this experiment that we are living in. That we are living in. Are we being tried to be the new gods? Because only something this treacherous in its experimentation could be because you're trying to select new gods. Seriously, this is treacherous the way we're living down here. So it's not prison planet, it's heaven planet, but it's like it's God prep planet. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bitch, can you take it? Will you violate me? This the heaven prep planet. This is angelic prep planet. That's what I think it is. I don't think it's prison planet. Like, cause look, all the rules are set up. All the rules to make you say, okay, I obey God, are set. God is set up to contradict the existence of the rest of the shit. And then you got a overseer God that is literally allowed to fucking shake the whole planet up if you don't do what he say. When he say do it. And then all of the rest of them ones that's like him got his same attitude. At work, at home, in the groups, they got the same attitude. Do what I say do when I say do it. Or consequences. That's the same way Enlil's thinking was. Do what I say do. I don't give a fuck about how you feel about it. That's how that arrogant bitch was. But is this a prison planet, or is it a preparation to be one of the chosen? Because maybe God don't like his chosen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe God was upset with his chosen. He said, you know what? I'm about to make a whole place. Now, why the feminine had to be taken out in order for that place to be established, I don't know. I don't even know if that's true. These are all, conclusions based on what I have been reading. So, um, and then they exhausted their resources on their planet, and that's what I was about to say about that book of Aquarius shit. You exhaust the resources on your planet, and you bring your ass on this one. And the God of gods allows you some 300 soldiers, or 300 of his own, because they were heavenly. The Igigi were heavenly, and he allows them to help you, and then you misuse them. You misuse, obviously, what the God of gods gave you to help you. He didn't just allow you to be. I think that's why I think this Ann dude had to be over giving the Igigi to Enlil, because the Igigi being given to Enlil to help set up Earth, and then he was the God over all on Earth. That would have to be because they were from the heavenly realm. The Igigi were from the heavenly realm. Okay? Touching out my anointed. So he didn't touch him. He just fucked the planet up, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But then they sacrificed one of them, and I forget his name. It's like Ilawi Lu or something like that. They sacrificed one of them, and um, you gotta make sure this keep playing my music. I got enough music to play, so what the fuck, right? Who's been hanging out with me? Thank you for hanging out with me. If you can't deal with what I'm saying, then you haven't been studying what I study, and you might get some information that'll be useful if you stick around. But if you don't, it's cool with me, because a lot of this I record for my own purposes.
You mistook my death for a threat instead. Now you haunted by the life you never led. You should've loved me. You could've loved me. If you ever really had me, you would've loved me. You could've saved me. You could've made me. But I stood up in the ashes and I became me. You should've loved me. You could've loved me. Now you hear my name. And it's too late to touch me. To the rooms I was locked outside. To the calls you let ring, let die. To the deals done quiet under breath. While you waited on my last breath. You're too much, you're too deep, you said. Now you're too small for the life I'm in. I wasn't hard to work with, I was hard to cage. That scared men who never built a stage. You watched me bleed and called it time. Fed off my silence, drank my shine. But
That's
pressure
these
makes
Anunnakis.
make proof. Now
Fed off
every
my
mirror
silence,
telling
drank my
you the
shine.
truth. What you missed. I could have been your wife, I could have been your peace, I could have been your every night. You slow your release,
All right.
but you chose
So,
comfort over
oh, like,
faith.
okay. So I have been in a circumstance at that place, and so I'm sure my face was messed up, my eyes. From after I went there, that time for the rest of COVID, these people acted like I had typhoid fever when I walked in there to order. And then this lady here at this food place, since I've been in this circumstance, she what did she say? Like, sometimes I don't know. It might have been, I don't even know what that lady's problem. Oh, I kept coughing or sneezing or something. Typhoid fever. She acted like I had typhoid fever. I don't think if you're a germaphobe that deep, you should work at fast food. But then again, I do blame the landlord. The Anunnaki. So I got a new person to blame. See, I've gone from calling them gang stalkers to saying that Epstein did it. Then I went from saying Epstein did it to saying Diddy did it. And then I went from saying Diddy did it back to saying Epstein did it. But mostly Diddy did it. Now Jay-Z did some of it too. And now I'm like, it's the Anunnakis. All of it is Anunnakis. Did you ever notice that the release of the UFO files coincide with um, the release of these information, these books about these tablets? It really does. All right. So, y'all got some coffee though. You know how hard it is to get a cup of coffee when you're homeless? It's very difficult. See, they like to make the sun come out because then the phone cut off. But until I got on here, it wasn't no motherfucking sun. I can tell your ass that. All right. So, yeah, you're just gonna see a tremendous over. Oh no, the lady. So that she first she's like see me sneeze or something. Then I got this tremendous flab under my arm, and I don't shave my arm. Same ladies at the drive-through window. I know she felt like they got me, son. I'm shot. I'm shotting them down, and I'm not really trying to like offend this lady on purpose. First of all, you're a germaphobe. You're an intense germaphobe who works at a fast food restaurant. I mean, it could be problematic. I'm sure I'm not the only one offensive to her. I think maybe she might, because I remember being like this on the job, and it's an indication that niggas is struggling. But it's also an indication that maybe you're going through some other stresses. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need a little time off. Because I don't even know how it is. Because I be thinking when I'm leaving, like, oh man, like I did this lady's whole face just like twisted up, and I be thinking, what happened? Like, oh, was she offended by this? And I'm out here, on my struggle bus. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, at the end of the day, like, I'm sorry you have to see me like this, but go blame the landlord. Go blame your city council because I'm not supposed to be out here like this, and you over here acting like I'm offending you, but I shouldn't be out here. That's the whole problem. I shouldn't be out here. None of this should be happening to me. Is my better point because when you say I shouldn't be out here to an Anunnaki, they wanna you know what they on. And by the way, they don't worry y'all, they motherfucking plans ain't gonna work because the reset, the sound that's gonna end up coming, the frequency that humanity is gonna end up giving off because of the atrocities that they're doing is gonna negate any of their future progress. Like, so all of this shit they got, like this far off shit, this shit that we've been fed through these stupid ass movies and shit that they keep on trying to shove down our throat to put fear in us, those aren't coming to pass. Don't worry, because according to what's the tablets are saying, the frequency that's going to be given off from mankind will usher in something that is going to break the firmament. And I think maybe that frequency has already been emanated or is being emanated because when have you seen so many earthquakes and fireballs? I had a great aunt that used to say great balls of fire. That's all she would say that so much, y'all. And I was a kid and I thought it was the most fascinating thing because you would have thought the great balls of fire meant shit goddamn motherfucker. You would have thought that. And she would say great balls of fire. And yes, it's a great curse word. Great balls of fire is what we are in. We are in the great balls of fire. And Leo have great ball of fire. He throw at you. But that's not in Leo. I think that so Enki's allegedly the one underworld because he's the lord of the fresh water. That's the abyss. That's probably the under our ocean. Okay, but I don't know where Enki ass is. And that's the whole thing. Remember, he's the god of the earth. Wouldn't that mean he's walking the earth? Is he a day walker, y'all? Is he a vampire? Because remember, they call it the loosh. The loosh is what's going to be given out when humanity, when they fuck with humanity, it's called the loosh. The loosh goes out. The loosh. I don't know. Boom, 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 808 shake the room. Me no now me around me doom in the zoo. Soldier, soldier, been sharp but then still. That is. Courtroom battlefield. They deny what I feel. I'm disabled, not enabled to buy. By the way, from the reading of these tablets or these notepads so far, them Anunnaki gods are they disabled because this Enlil dude, his ass get mad at us because we making noise. We too loud for him. And then in the creation, in the making of the story, even that part about before they asses on earth, allegedly there's a slaughtering of another god before the earth is created, also having to do with the somebody being too motherfucking loud. All of this is about us being loud, and I'm thinking, man, I bet you these guys is really pissed off that we have rock and roll and rap right now. Oh, because rap gave you that 808 boom bass, and rock was just loud in its guitar and its instrumentation. I wonder if that's yeah, cause shit, no one of them niggas was like rock and roll is here to stay, it will never die. That was in key, getting back in Lil with rock and roll and rap. Like I got something for you. That's a trip, y'all. But yeah, there is a lot going on, you know. But read them for yourself. Once again, our condolences, or my condolences to mm, I'm sorry to hear what happened. The feminine creation. You know, in every one of these stories, the feminine creation is the one that gets destroyed. And then, from what Inanna goes through, you would presume that Inanna has more balls than all the gods, because she descends to the underworld. Like, this is what this is about. Hold on, let me get this for y'all real quick. I can't give y'all everything. Hold on. Hold up, y'all. I don't know what that is. Alright. So, let's see if I can actually see the page for 7 Gates.
Seven doors. No turning back. One day gone, still I walk.
So that's the song I made about Inanna's descent into the underworld.
Still I walk. Take away the things I own. Still I walk alone. One day gone. Still I walk. At the first gate, crown came down. Gold no longer on my brow. At the second, earrings gone. Still the road kept pulling on. Keeper said these are the laws. No debate and no applause. Queen of heaven.